The WIBA Junior Middleweight Championship. Ann Wolf taking on Gina Nicholas. Ann Wolf, as I've mentioned, one of the hardest punchers in the women's game, in my opinion, and says we're even going to see more power out of her. Gina Nicholas, one of the most powerful women you'll ever see, and you'll see what I mean coming up momentarily. She puts fear and intimidation into her opponents just by unveiling her robe. Former power lifter. And when the smoke clears, we'll see. There's Gina Nicholas. You know, she only takes that hat off when she fights, Sean.
That's good to know, because with that hat on your head, it might be difficult to bob and weave. Right here is the time to concentrate, to focus, to run over your fight plan. And Gina Nicholas thinking about what she needs to do once that bell rings.
And as I mentioned, a former power lifter, bench pressed over 250 pounds, and squat 400 pounds. But can she deal with the power of her opponent, Ann Wolf? Linda, you'll have a lot to say about that. You sparred with Ann for over 2 years.
Exactly. And Ann used to come out of the ring bragging that she hit me the hardest, and believe me, that girl can hit hard.
Well, so can this young lady, 11-4 with 8 KOs, Gina Nicholas, as we prepare for the entrance of Ann Wolf. Powerful puncher, only 4 amateur fights, only 1 loss in her career. And there was a lot of things to do with that. All fighters have excuses, but she had some pretty good excuses with that 1 loss.
Well, she didn't make any excuses to the interview. She said the better fighter won with my food, but quite frankly, knowing Ann as well as I do, she wasn't herself that night. You know, Ann's usually pumped up and ready to go before a fight, and that night she wanted to lay down and take a nap before the fight.
Got caught with a straight right that night, back in February of this year in Reno. She got knocked out. Ann Wolf.
When I first saw her fight, though, I said that she was one of the heaviest-handed female fighters I've ever seen. This one's scheduled, of course, for 10 rounds for that WIBA Junior Middleweight Championship. Get a look at the tail of the tape.
And Wolf, you can see right there with the height and reach advantage, but at 38 years old, Gina must make things happen. Wolf says tonight, I'm trying to make Gina Nicholas scream Wolf.
Where's that cry, Wolf?
Scream, cry.
Rules? No
Scream
standing
rules.
8 count, mandatory 8 count after knockdowns, no 3 knockdown rule. Fighters cannot be saved by the bell in any round, only the ref can stop the fight. And of course, they implement the 10-point must system in these 2-minute rounds. It's time for our main event. Let's throw it up to ring announcer Mark Biro with the introductions.
Ladies and gentlemen, Corona's World Class Championship Boxing is presented by CSI Sports in association with RPM Boxing Productions and Brian Pardo, the Doubletree Club Austin, Pennzoil, and Corona, La Cerveza Más Fina. This is your main event of the evening, 10 2-minute rounds for the WIBA Junior Middleweight Championship of the World. Ring officials assigned by the Texas Department of Licensing and Regulation, Director Bill Kuntz, Director of Boxing, in attendance Dickie Cole. And approved by the Women's International Boxing Association, President Louis Bello, Supervisor at Ring Center, Ryan Wisso. Your judges at ringside are Ray Hawkins, George Garland, and Oren Schellenberger. Your referee for this event, from Dallas, Texas, Jerry McKenzie. Introducing now the principals first. In the red corner to my right, wearing the black trunks with the red trim, weighing in at 150.5 pounds. She hails from Baytown and Pasadena, Texas. Her professional record, 11 victories, 4 defeats, 8 wins coming by way of knockout. Here is Gina Silent Storm Nicholas. Her opponent in the blue corner, wearing the All-American red, white, and blue trunks, weighing 151.5 pounds. She hails from Austin, Texas, with a record of 9 victories, 1 defeat, 6 wins coming by way of knockout. Here is Ann Brown Sugar Wolf. 10 rounds for the WIBA Junior Middleweight Championship of the world.
Okay, we already been over the instructions. Let's protect yourself at all times. Touch them up. Let's go to work.
Do not stray too far from your seat.
Gina Nicholas has her hat off, and I'm telling you, in speaking with her before this fight, she is worried. She's nervous, she's concerned. Ann Wolf is extremely confident, very relaxed. She has the upper hand. Very determined. She says it's going to be the same thing that happened last time.
Watch for that overhand right of Ann Wolf.
Well, watch how Ann moves in the ring. She just gracefully and fluidly moves around the ring. I mean, she can do the Ollie Shuffle better than Ali.
Very skilled athlete. There's a combination by Wolf backing up Nicholas. Nicholas should try, Sean, to get on the inside and cut the distance.
Absolutely. You can't run from a taller woman like Wolf. You've got to be on the inside. Nicholas says she's still learning in the ring. She's a boxer brawler, she said. Want to be more of a boxer than a brawler. Her best punch, she says, the left hook. She's naturally right-handed. The Silent Storm is what they call her. But she has an uphill battle. She's going to be swimming upstream in this fight. Because Ann Wolf says that she is a right-handed. Her best punch is that punch, but she says she has power in both hands. And I think, Linda, you know a little bit about that.
She's definitely got power in both hands. And one thing you got to appreciate about Ann is she's been sparring with heavyweight men, and she's been hurting them. And a lot of times they won't get back in the ring with her. So, you know, with her movement and her power, she's going to be a tough competition for Gina to beat.
And she's already hurting and backing up Nicholas, who I think needs to be coming forward if she has any chance. Look how relaxed and focused Ann Wolf is. She said this is when her knockouts come. Big right hand by Ann Wolf.
She's setting up that right hand with her jab.
You can see it. She said, again, when she's more relaxed, the knockouts come. Good body shot by Wolf.
Up and down, Ann Wolf. Good round for her.
Good first round for Ann Wolf against Gina Nicholas. Scheduled for 10.
There's the bell. That's Gina round 1.
Don't lose your composure.
Inside the corner of Gina Nicholas, Juan Lopez, Jesse Jimenez.
Don't take the step and set your feet and then throw punches. You have to throw them out the step quick, you understand? And when you throw your 3 quick punches, then you can spin around with your hands high level, okay?
Careful with those hands. You got to protect your head, too.
Okay, you gotta get comfortable. But what I'm saying
Gina's got to get inside.
You don't throw punches.
Yes.
Well, and Ann knocked her out with the right hand in their last fight. I mean, she set her up with a jab, she faked a jab, and then she threw a right hand and knocked Gina out.
Keep them. You have to throw your punches out
in the second round.
You're in great
She knew she was going to be a little bit worried Gina was in this second round in this fight. She's concerned.
Back inside the Austin Convention Center, main event, Ann Wolf against Gina Nicholas. Ann Wolf in the red, white, blue trunks. Gina in the black with the red. Now Gina trying to come forward. mount some sort of an attack. First round dominated by Ann Wolf. Landed and is really trying to set up that overhand right that took out Nicholas in their first fight. Better movement there by Nicholas, though, to get out of the way. She didn't go straight back. She took a step to the side.
Well, a tribute to Nicholas is she is starting to rotate. I mean, the last time she fought Ann, she came straight forward, and you just can't fight Ann coming right into her.
She knew that coming into this fight tonight.
Oh, she's definitely prepared for this fight.
But she says that Ann Wolf fights jittery, so she was going to try to jump on her right at the first.
You got to be pretty quick to jump on Ann.
Yeah.
Well, there's no jitters in Ann Wolf here tonight.
I think the jitters are in Gina Nicholas. She looks frightened.
This is why, though, folks, whether you're watching women's boxing or men boxing, it doesn't matter. Never go by a physique. You know, never let the physique, and I know you never let the physique of your opponents intimidate you, right, Sean?
Are you talking about my physique?
We're in round 2, scheduled for 10. There's a nice right hand by Wolf. Another one.
You know, Gina looks concerned because she was knocked out by Ann. She can truly appreciate the power of Ann, and that was early in Ann's career. Ann has definitely improved. She spars. She goes through body assaults with some of her sparring partners, letting them just wail on her. She's got a good chin.
Right now, she is testing the chin and is hurt. Gina Nicholas is battling back, but getting whacked all over this ring here in Austin by the heavy-handed Ann Wolf, she's in a lot of trouble. As we come to the end of this round, big round for Ann Wolf.
Look, baby.
Another very good round for Ann Wolf inside the corner of
whenever you
Gina
move it,
Nicholas.
don't get caught up in their bullshit. You understand?
Juan Lopez, Jesse Hernandez.
You're tired in 2 rounds when you work your ass off in the gym. Okay, you're in shape.
Blood from the nose. That's
Now,
why the coagulant
whenever
going up
you
the
block
nose.
him,
here is the aggression, finally, that we're looking for from Gina Nicholas. But when she backs up, she gets in trouble. You know, 90% of the power of the punch is on the end, the final snap. If you back away from your opponent, you get right into that final snap, that danger zone. And Nicholas trying to go to the outside, right down the pipe goes Ann Wolf. Real crisp, straight punches from Ann Wolf. She's going to have that all night.
Round 3, scheduled for 10. Oh, Gina's already did better than her first time against Ann Wolf.
Well, she's made it to the 3rd round, but she's frustrated. You know, she's got to come in on Ann to demobilize her power, and she's just not able to accomplish that goal.
Oh, a staggering left hook.
And those are wide shots. Really, Ann is not getting all of her power behind those punches. Now she's up on her toes. Nice left hook in the right hand, moving around. It must be, it's great to be a fighter with all the gifts that Ann Wolf possesses. Nice movement, powerful punches, speed to go along with it.
Yes, it was.
Oh, what a shot. And down goes Nicholas. And I don't know whether she'll be able to recover. She's up. Referee looking into her eyes.
And it's over.
And it is all over.
Jerry McKenzie says that is all. The veteran referee.
Heavy hands of Ann Wolf.
The one thing that people don't realize is they've never really seen the true potential of Ann Wolf. She's put in about 75% of her potential in the ring, and truly from watching her spar, I know what she's capable of, so the fans are going to be definitely excited in the future.
Oh, when we get a chance to see the replay, Sean, I think it was yet another. I don't know if she's pretty quick. It looked like another one-punch knockout.
The right hand is, you know, we saw it early in this fight. She's connecting so many times with that right hand. When you get to where you can knock someone out, sometimes you have to reach around for the sweet spot to knock them out. When you hit them with that right hand, you kind of test it. You put it out there, you test your opponent, and then you put some power behind it, and you crack, and she certainly did. She threw the right hand enough to where she tested her power, and then she lowered the boom.
Ladies and gentlemen, the time, 47 seconds of the 3rd round. The winner by technical knockout and WIBA Junior Middleweight Champion of the World is Brown Sugar Wolf.
stand to have a few more of those belts before all is said and done. She was calling out Layla Ali.
Yeah, she wants Layla Ali. Layla Ali's wanting a belt, but I don't think she's wanting to go through Ann to get it.
Layla Ali.
On cue.
I'll fight for hamburger.
Layla Ali, she'll fight for a hamburger.
Well, Ann's a two-time world champion now, and she definitely deserves this fight. She deserved the one that she fought against Vienna Williams for her belt in Hawaii.
But you know what? That would be a good, intriguing fight. Layla Ali, a pretty skilled athlete, moves a lot, tall, and has a lot of heart. That would be a very marketable matchup. If it happens, I hope I'm calling it.
Well, that would be a genuine test. That would be a big test for Layla, and it depends on whether she's willing to step up to the plate, whether she'd take a fight like that or not.
And it'd be a big test for Ann, really, because Ann's not fought in that kind of forum before.
No.
You know, to move up in your career, when you fight in front of thousands of people, millions watching on television, it's a much different fight. Believe me, it's a much different fight than fighting in another kind of shows.
Well, I definitely agree with you there. Fighting in LA on the Destiny fight, that was a big fight.
Another look at the knockout. Right hand, down goes Nicholas from the power of Ann Wolf. We'll see it again. Right hand, looping right.
And that one set up the knockout punch.
The coup de grace.
Quicker on the inside, right to the temple. Just like I thought she would.